Hi, today I'm going to be taking a look at a new album by one of my all-time favorite bands. Of course, I'm talking about ABBA. Now, I've been a huge fan of ABBA from the time I was a kid, and when I heard that they were releasing a brand new album in 2021, I was really excited. The new album, of course, is called Voyage. Now, like many of you, I was a little bit cautious. When I first heard this news about a new ABBA album, I thought, well, I hope it's going to be good, but it might not be. Do they still have that magic? Do the four members of ABBA still have that potent magic that was so prevalent in all the songs that they released in the 70s and into the 80s? Certainly, many of us remember all of those classics like Dancing Queen, Winner Takes It All, Waterloo, the list goes on and on. So you can't help but wonder, and you can't help but compare new material by such an iconic band to all their classics from the past. Well, I'm happy to say that the new album is incredible. I absolutely love it. And I'm not exaggerating. I can honestly say this is one of the best albums I've heard in years. It's really, really good. What I love most about this album is ABBA are only trying to sound like ABBA. And what I mean by that is they didn't try to update their sound. They didn't try to sound like a 2021 version of ABBA. They just sound like good old ABBA. And that is perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping they would do. They didn't try to sound like Drake. They didn't try to sound like Lady Gaga. They didn't try to sound like Ed Sheeran. They just sound like ABBA, and in my opinion, that is perfect, and that's exactly what they should have done. Now, just looking at the album and kind of going track by track, the first track is called I Still Have Faith in You, kind of a show tune kind of song. Reminds me a bit of a Broadway song, a musical song, a song from a musical. Very sincere, lots of feeling, as most of the songs do on Voyage. Most of the songs on Voyage have a lot of character, a lot of personality, and a lot of sincerity, and I really applaud them for that. The second song is called When You Danced With Me, and this one to me kind of reminds me of traditional Scottish music. It has a Highland kind of quality to it. It has that really nice kind of Scottish quality, which is great. It sounds very, very nice. The third song on the album is called Little Things, and this is a very sweet song. It's a song basically dedicated to children. It's a song about Christmas. Now, to me, it's a little bit funny to put a Christmas song on a non-Christmas album. This actually has happened in the past. You may remember back in the 80s, Joan Jett put out her famous album with I Love Rock and Roll on it, and she actually had a cover of Little Drummer Boy on that album. Again, a Christmas song on a non-Christmas album, which I always found kind of odd, but regardless, Little Things is a very sweet, very gentle little song that I like. The fourth song on the album is called Don't Shut Me Down, which is another great classic pop song and one of my favorites on the whole album. It just is very catchy, very melodic. Once you listen to it once, it really immediately gets stuck in your head. And that was always a great talent of ABBA. And I'm really pleasantly surprised to see that they still have that talent. The fifth song on the album is called Just a Notion. This is another great pop song. Very melodic, very memorable. You'll be humming it right away after just listening a couple of times. The sixth song on the album is called I Can Be That Woman. This is a very sad song. It basically touches upon domestic abuse, and it even has a dog in it. To me, this sounds a lot like a country song. Honestly, the lyrics are, to my ears, are very, very country. And I'm sure a country artist could very easily take this song and do a country version of it. But again, a very heartfelt song. Very sincere, very genuine, and again a sad song, but also a very good song. The next song on the album is called Keep an Eye on Dan. This is my #1 favorite song on the whole album. I love it. very catchy, very hooky, incredibly melodic. Again, this sounds an awful lot like classic ABBA. Agneta and Annie Fried sound absolutely perfect. Their voices sound exactly as they did 40 years ago. The harmonies are awesome. All the instrumentation is great. Really one of my favorite ABBA songs. Keep an Eye on Dan. After that we hear Bumblebee, which is another sort of traditional song, a very good song, a very European sounding song. It actually reminds me a lot about Fernando. It has a lot of similarity to their classic song Fernando. Very, very good. After Bumblebee we have No Doubt About It, which is another one of my favorites on the album. Another very energetic song with lots of positivity and a lot of energy. I really love it. And finally, closing the album is a song called Ode to Freedom. And this is probably my second favorite song on the whole album. Just a very powerful, wonderful piece of music. It basically sounds like a classical song put to lyrics. It's really beautiful and really poignant and a really wonderful way to end the album. So, all in all, ABBA Voyage, make sure you pick up a copy. If you are an ABBA fan from days gone by, you will not be disappointed. This stands up to all their classics, and in some ways I think some of these songs are just as good or even better than some of their classics. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would easily give this a 9. A very, very strong effort from a very classic band, and I'm so glad they're still going, and I'm so glad they're still putting out music. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please, as always, subscribe to my channel. I post media and technology related reviews every week, and the best way to stay on top of all the latest reviews is to subscribe. We'd love to have you join our family. Leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.